I think more people now are turning to faith than ever before.
They say that, and I am so happy to hear that. And what I'm happy to see, Maria, is that, what shall I say, experts and scholars who are not religiously driven are finding this out. They say, uh-oh, sales of the Bible, sales of books on spirituality are going up. And there seems to be a newfound appreciation for the role of faith, especially in our country, okay? I think President Trump tapped into that, don't you?
I do.
I mean, I've had talks with him before in the past where he's pretty blunt about, he can't say that he was raised as a very zealous Christian, but he takes his Christian faith seriously. He has a lot of memories about Norman Vincent Peale, the famous preacher here in New York, down a ways on Fifth Avenue. And I think he means it, and I think the assassination attempts kind of renewed in him, oh my, there's something beyond me that I think is watching over me and has got a task for me. And what he expresses personally seems to be expressed more and more throughout the world. And that's part of America.
It's hard to explain, though, if it wasn't an act of God. I mean, President Trump, 2 assassination attempts, and one of them because he went like this, and it just missed him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to explain other than it was God's work.
Yeah, I think of, Maria, I think of Ronald Reagan and John Paul II. Both survived assassination attempts very close to one another. And when the two of them met for the first time, Ronald Reagan said to Pope St. John Paul II, Mother Teresa told me that she thinks the Lord spared me because the Lord has something special in mind for me. And Pope St. John Paul II smiled and said, she told me the same thing. And they both believed that. And look what they were able to accomplish.
Yeah.
The world was changed. The world was changed for the better because of them.
I mean, there seems to be a movement underway to acknowledge how powerful and important our faith is.
Yes, yeah. And what it is, I think, is Americans are good at reacting to tired caricatures. You know what I mean? I think we saw that in the last election.
Yep.
And one of the caricatures that seemed to overtake American culture was that religion was superstitious at best, toxic at worst. And if somebody was so weak that they needed religion, okay, that's fine for an hour on the Sabbath, but don't bring it into the public square. Don't bring it into it's private. And we know in the United States that religion, it's personal, but it's never private, because what we profess as people of faith, we bring graciously, humbly, lovingly to the public square. So that caricature of religion being nasty and destructive and harmful and antiquated, I think Americans are saying, we don't like that caricature.
So what do you want to say to people who don't or may not understand the Catholic Church? What do people not understand about the Church?
Well, there's stuff I don't understand about it. I've been a lifelong Catholic, and I'm a Cardinal, because the Church is always shrouded in mystery, all right? There's always some question marks when it comes to faith. There's question marks when it comes to religion. There's question marks that come to the Church. But of course, we want to replace those question marks with exclamation marks. And that's what the Church does.